This is my 2003 Infiniti G35. And this is an RV I just grabbed off of Facebook Marketplace. I've got 5 days to tear down, rewrap, and service the G35. Plus full maintenance, smog, and detailing on the RV. Why? Because I made the last minute decision to take my G35 to Monterey Car, one of the biggest car events in all of the United States. Hotels were insane, ranging from 1,000 to 2,000 per night. So I went ahead and bought an RV, and we're gonna be hauling the G35 to Monterey Car Week. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show because I'm bringing you guys every step of the way. Now the craziest part of all this is not only do I have to peel off all of the old wrap, but I also have to clean up all of the glue and residue left over from the old wrap, fix a bunch of imperfections throughout the car before I can go ahead and wrap the whole entire thing. So in other words, I have a lot of work cut out for myself. Okay, you guys, as you can currently see, it is 1:30 in the morning and we got everything taken off of the G, basically completely done unwrapping the whole entire G35. My homie Rafi came over and helped me unwrap everything, but this is what we currently look like. And keep in mind, this was my first car from whenever I was 16 years old, so it's been through a lot. It's sanded down on the side, but go ahead and keep watching this video because this green is gonna be honestly 10 out of 10. So here we are rolling into day 2. What I'm doing in this first clip is pulling out the dent in the hood, filling it in, and sanding it down. Moving on to the driver's side fender, I had ordered a brand new one so I don't have to fix my old one, but with my luck, the new one had arrived dented, so I was taking care of that. Now over here, I'm just filling in and sanding down another dent on the quarter panel, as well as cleaning up all of the old glue / residue. While the Bondo has time to dry up and cure, I went ahead and got the passenger fender and hood wrapped as well. For the passenger side quarter panel, I'm just cleaning up all of the nooks and crannies and filling in / smoothing out any other small imperfections. While the body filler had time to cure, I went ahead and repaired a few cracked parts on my side skirt. Now, once the body filler was completely dry, I gave it one final sanding / wipe down and off to wrapping. Okay, you guys, so it is currently 12:06 a.m. and as you can tell, a bomb has blown up inside of the shop. This is what the shop currently looks like. This is what the G currently looks like. We're in the craziest time crunch. We just have tomorrow left to get everything basically done on here. I got the hood wrapped, I got the fender wrapped. The fender did come dented, so I had to go ahead and do some body filler on it, sand it down, as well as the hood in the front was dented over here. It was bent down, so I went ahead and took care of that. Come over here with me. As you can see, it is absolutely a mess, especially compared to how I usually keep the shop looking extremely clean. But we got the fender, upper pillar, door, quarter panel, everything done. I'm gonna aim to get as much as I can done until 2 a.m. Preferably get the trunk, the quarter panel, and the upper pillar on the other side at least done in the next 2 hours. Let's see what we can do. I'll cut off to the next scene. So over here, I created a complete template of how I had it previously wrapped / where the emblem was centered. After that, I set my knifeless tape in place, got the trunk wrapped in that beautiful pearl green, and used that template to get the emblem perfectly centered. Now, off to wrapping the driver's side pillar. Once I finished that up, I started sanding down any imperfections in my headlights, got them PPF'd, as well as fixed any broken tabs. After that, onto the car they go. Time for an oil change. I went ahead and I got all of the old oil drained out, new K&N oil filter in, and fresh 5W30 oil. Moving back onto the driver's side quarter panel, there was still more glue left over from the old wrap, so I was sitting there rubbing away with acetone, and at this point it was already almost 5 in the morning and the fumes / lack of sleep was really getting to me, so I stopped working and went to sleep for 2 to 3 hours. And here we are, bright and early, just a few hours later, jumping right into the final prep for the quarter panel. At this point, it's 8 a.m. and I'm sitting here getting high off of acetone fumes just so we can get this quarter panel wrapped. Once we got that quarter panel wrapped up and looking fresh, it was time to move on to the driver's side door. I start by removing the door panel in order to take off the mirror. Now that we got that out of the way, I start removing the door handle / window seal. Once that's done, we can pull off all the old wrap, clean up leftover glue, sand down any imperfections, and last but not least, get it wrapped. And I go ahead and quickly slap the door panel back on just to get it out of the way. Now off we go onto the lovely rear bumper. At this point, it was much later on in the day, basically around 8 to 9 p.m. and I still have the rear bumper, 2 side skirts, and a front bumper to wrap, which is crazy because I'm planning on leaving tomorrow in the morning. But over here, I'm just getting the inlays needed before we can go ahead and wrap the main piece. And the reason of why it's so late is because there was a lot of work that was being done on the RV off camera, and honestly I didn't get any clips of working on the RV just because the time crunch was crazy and I was posting a lot of stuff on Instagram as well. But out of those 5 days, a solid 2 to 3 days was just spent working on the RV. After that, I started getting the inlays done for my passenger side skirt. I went ahead and pulled out my stand so I can go ahead and place the side skirt on there and work much easier. Here I'm installing the main piece for my passenger side skirt using 3M primer glue, making sure to get everything tucked up to perfection. Moving on to the driver's side skirt, not only did I have to fix the cracked portions on this side skirt, but the whole entire surface was completely messed up and needed to be sanded down to perfection. After I finished sanding, it was an absolute mess in the shop. I went ahead and got everything cleaned up so I could start cutting up my new mesh grille for the front bumper, as well as giving the side skirts some time to dry. Once it was dry, I started getting all of the inlays wrapped on my driver's side skirt, and oh my god, was I ready to do 6 backflips off of the 10th story. Imagine, it was 5 a.m. Thursday morning, and the only form of rest I had gotten for the past 24 hours was 2 hours of sleep. But finally, once I finished wrapping the driver's side skirt, it was on to the best part. The front bumper, one of the most difficult and time-consuming parts of the whole entire wrap job. So I start off by cleaning up the complete bumper with rubbing alcohol, and since the bumper isn't primered or painted, wrap won't stick to it properly. In order to have my wrap sticking on there, I needed to use 3M primer glue over the whole entire bumper. Once I got that primer glue gooped on there, I went ahead and started wrapping all of the inlays. Now that I got all of the inlays done, I'm installing the mesh grills that I was cutting to size earlier. Once that's done, I slap the bumper onto the car in order to wrap the main piece over the whole entire bumper. After I got the bumper mounted, I put that on pause and started clay barring the carbon roof and carbon trunk on the car in order to get them polished up. Once I was done polishing them, I went ahead and got that new weather stripping installed on the back. And back to wrapping the most difficult part of the car. At this point, it's already 11 a.m. and I'm just focused on getting all of the final bits and pieces buttoned up, not passing out, and getting everything done on time. We're almost there. I see the light at the other end of the tunnel. I'm just trimming up all of the final bits and pieces, as well as getting the side marker lights installed and completely bolting up the front bumper. Okay, you guys, basically after pulling an all-nighter and only sleeping for 2 hours a day after that, here is the final result. The reason why I haven't put the side skirts on yet is because I'm going to be lowering the car onto the floor and I cannot put the side skirts on when it is on the jacks. But take a look, come around the car, go look at the front. Here's the front bumper. I went ahead and I changed these lower grills to like these hexagon style grills just to give it that more modern look. I resprayed the grill. I fixed the bent part on the hood. Rewrapped the bumper, basically spruced everything up. I also got these new carbon fiber mirrors, wrapped the door handles in gloss black. I went ahead and come around to the back. I got the rear end rewrapped. I made the template like basically in the same exact way that it was before. I also went ahead and I polished up the taillights, but I'm gonna go ahead. The next clip, I'm gonna be taking the car outside and you'll see it in the sun. Now, before I go ahead and pull the car outside to give you the final reveal, just oh my god, look at how far we've come in just a few days. This just goes to show anything is possible as long as you put your mind to it. With all that being said, here is my revamped G35. Good morning, America. The next clip, we're already gonna be arriving at Monterey. Look at all the forged carbon on this Huracan. It's crazy.
There's so many.
Okay, you guys, and that is a wrap to Monterey Car Week 2025. This was honestly the craziest experience. We met a lot of cool people, saw a lot of multi-million-dollar cars, and we're over here at this amazing view with the G35, the RV. We are honestly really enjoying this whole entire process, and I hope you guys are enjoying it just as much as we did. Please let me know what kind of content you guys would like to see on this channel, as we're going to be doing a different build series, and we are not going to be coming with this car next year, but we're going to be coming with a different car. So stay tuned for that. But you guys let me know what you would like to see in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.